it's not an illegal one. And that's the key, provided it's not illegal. That phrase does a lot of heavy lifting. You can't terminate someone for reasons tied to protected characteristics. That involve race, age, gender, religion, disability, sexual orientation, and so on. You can't terminate someone in retaliation for filing a complaint. You can't fire them for taking protected leave or reporting wrongdoing. And even when none of that happens to be in play, sloppy documentation or inconsistent performance standards or a pattern of targeting certain employees can come back to haunt you. If you're in a leadership position and you're unsure whether the termination you're considering is defensible, you'll need to consult with HR or a legal advisor before you do anything. Don't wing it. Don't assume good intentions are going to cover for a poorly executed process. They won't. Termination is a minefield if you go in without preparation. And while intent matters morally, it's not going to protect you legally. But let's say that you've done your due diligence. You've got the documentation. HR signed off. Maybe the employee's performance has been subpar. The warnings have been issued and it's time to act. Now that kind of termination, well, can still certainly be unpleasant, is generally straightforward. The cause is clear. The conversation is difficult, yes, but it's not ambiguous. There's a reason behind the decision, and realistically, both parties probably saw it coming. Now, what's much harder is when the employee is good. Maybe they're great. Maybe they show up early, they stay late, they treat everyone with respect, and they take pride in their work. Maybe they're the type of employee you wish you had 10 more of. And still, they're the one that you have to let go. Now, usually this happens because of, three reasons. There's financial constraints, departmental restructure, or a strategic pivot in the business. And this is where the burden of leadership gets heavy. Because now you're not correcting for performance. You're making a painful decision in the name of the business, knowing it's going to feel completely unfair to the person you're delivering it to. And the truth is, it is unfair. Life is unfair. The best people sometimes take the biggest hits, and you'll feel that weight in your chest when you sit down across from them. So, how do you do it well? How do you do it ethically and with some measure of grace? Well, first, recognize what this moment means for them. You have had time to process this decision, even if you didn't like it. They haven't. Now for them, the termination is not an endpoint they saw coming. It's a rupture. It's a destabilization of their identity, of their livelihood, of their routine, and in some cases of their dignity. You have to treat that moment with the gravity it deserves. When you call them in, be direct, but be humane. Don't dance around it. Don't open with small talk. That's not kindness, that's confusion. Sit down, look them in the eye, and say something like, this is a difficult conversation, and I want to be respectful of your time and your dignity. I have to let you go. Now, this is not a reflection of your performance. The decision is due to a restructuring or a financial situation that's beyond your control, and I'm truly sorry. You can't make the pain disappear, but you can avoid making it worse. Don't over-explain. Don't explain their benefits continuation, offer outplacement services if your company happens to provide them. If they've been stellar employees, offer to write a recommendation or let them know that you're willing to be a reference. These gestures won't make the loss disappear, but they do soften the landing. Now, if you have influence within your company, advocate for severance, even if it's something modest. A severance isn't just about money. It's a symbolic acknowledgement of the employee's contribution. It tells them that, hey, you matter to us, and we are so sorry that this is how it ended. And if severance isn't possible, your words matter more than ever. You also need to think about timing. Don't do it at the end of the day on a Friday unless your HR policy absolutely dictates it. Why? Because they'll walk out into the weekend alone with their thoughts and no support. Consider midweek morning. It's going to give them a chance to take action, to make phone calls, and to begin the process of moving forward instead of having to wait 2 days. And if the team knows, or when they happen to find out, you owe them something too. You don't owe them the details. Never share confidential reasons behind a termination. But address the absence. Acknowledge that someone they worked closely with is gone. And help them process that shift. Your team is watching not just what you do, but how you do it. They'll take cues from your tone and your transparency. And most importantly, keep your humanity intact. You're not just enforcing a policy, you're ending a chapter in someone's life. Do it with respect. Do it with sorrow. Do it like you know you're holding someone's future in your hands, even for a moment, because you really are. Leadership isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about doing the right thing when it is uncomfortable. When you have to let a good person go, it should break your heart a little. That's how you know you're doing it as a leader and not just as a manager. And if you carry that weight with you, if you never let yourself get too comfortable with the power to change someone's life